Hello, welcome back to the video. We are going through this question called Explain Why the Allies Believe that TOV was fair. Now we have gone through one point here, and your claim plus reason is that it's fair as it was much more lenient as compared to Treaty of Brest-Litovsk. Now because this is an 8-mark question, you have to go and find me one more krill. Okay? So it's called a CR again. Look for one more claim, which is the Allies believe the TOV was fair. But the reason. So what is your second reason the Allies believe the TOV was fair? You have to scan through your brain again to all your compartments, which you have by now already memorized. So the most obvious one is going to be the first one. Point number 1. Alright, Allied perception. And actually the details are all here. Germany had already created much destruction. This is what they believed. Germany was the chief aggressor and the one that caused the most destruction. Right? Millions of people, mostly French, because French is at the border with Germany, were killed. Much of the Western Front, being France and Belgium, destroyed, leaving France and Britain to be on the verge of bankruptcy and in debt after the war. Okay, so this is your points over here. And after that, you have Wilson, 14 points. Right? Through the Treaty of Versailles, he wanted to establish fair and permanent peace. Through the TOV, right? Through the TOV, it's fair because he wanted to establish permanent peace. Through the formation of League of Nations and the creation and the allowance of self-determination of the different nations. Self-determination means that different countries have the right to be independent. Okay? So here it is. Number 1.2 is my key details. Alright? And my main point is going to be the TOV was meant to create lasting peace. Okay? It was fair because the terms. Hang on. Hence my crew here. According to the Allies, TOV was fair. Create lasting peace. Alright? It was fair in order to create lasting peace. So this can be your main point. Or in other words, you can also say it was fair in order to stop another war. In order to stop another war from happening. This is because they believe that Germany, right, was the main one. Yes, so the TV was fair because ultimately they wanted to achieve lasting peace, right? The terms of the TOV was meant to create lasting peace in Europe itself. Or in other words, they wanted to stop another war. So all these terms is meant to stop who they believe is the chief instigator, Germany, right, from causing destruction. Alright, so that is why it's considered fair. So after this, then you will talk about the points that you've listed down in 1.2, right? So all these things here are what you will write in your details. Alright, the destruction caused by Germany and Wilson's 14 points. Wilson's objective, elaborate more on Wilson's objective, as well as, right, so in your elaboration again, you will elaborate more on the destruction of Germany by Germany, which can be all seen in point number 1.1, 1.2, Allied perspective, 1.2. Then you elaborate more on Wilson's 14 points, right, which is the creation of lasting peace through self-determination and through collective security and disarmament. Lasting peace by disarmament and collective security. Okay, so that in a nutshell is your elaboration. Let me use a different color here, red. Okay. Okay, so elaboration is like this. All right. So to repeat myself again, your claim here is that the TOV was fair. Your reason here is, use a different color. Your claim here is the TOV was fair, and your reason is that it was fair in order to create lasting peace. All right, to stop another war. So then my elaboration here would be over here. Why is it that the terms would enable the creation of lasting peace? Right, because we need to look at the background for these terms, in that they strongly believe Germany was the one who caused massive destruction in World War One. Okay, and what is this massive destruction? So that will form your elaboration. The massive destruction is, okay, all the things that they did according to point number 1.2. And then you also need to include Wilson's 14 points and how the terms, right, the terms of military limitations is going to allow the objective of disarmament to be met so that we can achieve collective security in Europe itself. Okay, now we move on to the explanation. All right, so how does all these details actually imply that the TOV was fair? How does all these details here actually imply that the terms was indeed necessary to create lasting peace? Based on all the background information that you've seen here, the Allies believe that Germany is fully capable of starting another war. So, by establishing all these terms, right? So in your explanation, you say, right, by establishing the terms, what are you going to achieve? Okay, firstly, definitely you're going to achieve peace and stability. Okay, because the main thing is the military limitations here, right? The military limitations is going to result in Germany incapable of starting another war. And if Germany is incapable of starting another war, if Germany is incapable of aggression, then you can help ensure that the countries around Germany and the countries in Europe are allowed to maintain their self-determination, which in other words is your independence, which is the objective of Wilson's 14 points. All right, and therefore, by opposing the terms of the treaty, you can say that it was indeed fair in order to create lasting peace or to stop another war. Okay, all these things here is actually in your explanation, right? So let me repeat myself one more time. The question is, explain why the Allies believed the TOV was fair. Okay, you're going to say the TOV was fair because the terms listed in the TOV is necessary in order to create lasting peace in Europe post World War I, because the Allies strongly believe that Germany was fully capable. Okay, note this part you put in your reason as well. Okay? Because the Allies strongly believe Germany was fully capable of causing much destruction and the outbreak of another war. Where did they get this belief from? Where did they get the belief here that Germany was fully capable? They got it from the actual destruction that Germany caused. And therefore, this is what you write in your elaboration. Right? All the destructions down. Okay? Along with the objective of the post-war period of Wilson's 14 points. Right? Which is disarmament and collective security. Okay? Disarmament will help to reduce the weapons, will help to reduce the military forces in order that countries can maintain self-determination and their independence. So then you're going to explain as such, because Germany in the past caused much destruction, they were not withheld, right? Their military was not withheld, they were allowed to grow, and therefore they caused a lot of aggressive actions according to the Allies. Therefore, this TOV is fair because we need to establish these terms so that we can achieve peace and stability. Mainly because the terms are going to limit Germany's army and Germany's military. And by doing so, you can allow Germany to be incapable of starting another war, incapable of future aggressions. And when you do so, you're going to allow nations in Europe, particularly the ones nearer to Germany, to keep their self-determination and their independence, which is what Wilson wanted to achieve. And therefore, you can achieve lasting peace in Europe. So in this sense, the TOV was indeed a fair treaty because it was meant to create lasting peace and to stop another war from happening in Europe. A bit difficult to digest, but you can watch this video over and over and over again, help the YouTube algorithm to give him more views, and in the same time, it will also help you in your exam. Alright, so thank you very much. Next video is going to be about the other essay topic.